Hey guys, this is Jason in InJayzBraiN. Going around for a little Indy oval at Iowa. Tried to cut this thing down, give you some replays. About as fast as you can get it, I suppose. Anyway, we're starting off, and I didn't qualify, which actually, you know, I really see why a lot of guys don't when they're filming it, because it just makes it for a lot more interesting view and trying to work your way up through the pack instead of qualifying really high. Because I love this track. I am pretty decent at it, and I can qualify usually, even in a pretty decent strength of field, I'm up in the top 5 or so. So, yeah, but then it tends to go with a lot of boring driving. However, you don't have to miss a whole bunch of cars. So, this makes it more interesting, but I don't really think it helps the I rating a whole lot. Anyway, so we're cruising along. It was fun, though. This is definitely fun. But yeah, as you see, we already got, you know, one little caution out of the way. Accidental spin there. So, you know, just cruising in line, and, you know, I like to take the weight off the car, I guess. You know, you go, oh, do you see that? Yeah, I peeked in there, lifted a little bit. Just let him know I was thinking about him. But as you notice how I drive this track, and you know, some of it is definitely you study the real fast guys, definitely study them, and others you try to just find your own line. There's always a better way, so regardless of how fast anybody is, you can always squeeze another hundredth or even a thousandth of a second faster, a few thousandths of a second. It adds up over time. So always remember that. Just go. There's always another way. Probably should, you know, kind of have that in your head all the time on anything. Anyway, yeah, I'm just sitting back here, cruising along, 8th position, working my way up, so everything's going good. Now this is getting kind of hairy, you know, watching these guys up here, so as you know, I kind of backed out a little bit, just, oh, see, there's some smoke, and there's a good reason why. You know what, I don't know, maybe your mom might not have ever told you this, but my mom always told me to always listen to your gut. And I guess how I work, I've taken that to an extreme and try to feel everything, you know, or what my body feels like. If I'm gonna hit a race and I go to push the start button and all of a sudden I feel a little weird, you know, the body kind of has this, you know, I'll just go with a test track, you know, a time trial, or go practice some more, or just go for a different car and practice or something like that. And I don't know, it seems to work, because every time I've went against that little feeling, it was like, oh, no, I'll be fine. No, I'm never fine. I had that feeling with this race, and I'll show you why. Everything was going pretty good. I mean, I'm being a little aggressive, just kind of messing with the guy down underneath me a little bit, just kind of letting him know I'm there and setting him up for this corner here. And got that, and then, yeah, we kind of we got really close. If you look down at the replay right there, we were quite tight. I should have gave him a little bit more room, but I needed to try to keep it, you know, take that corner as good as I could. Right there, I like just barely touched his rear bumper, and it messed my wing up. So I was in 7th, and now steadily dropping back. But, you know, and honestly, my foot was, it was weird, because again, with that body thing, my foot was shaking, and I think I got on, and I was like, dude, you know, my perception at the time, I thought he bumped up and moved over, you know, and smacked me. but he didn't. And you know, maybe it was a little lag or a little net code where, you know, suddenly the car is in a, you know, just another foot off or 6 inches away from where it was. Something like that, you know. That definitely could have affected it. So it was kind of interesting though, because I was really, you know, a little upset, but it was like, you know, okay, all right. And again, right then I was like, yep, that feeling that I had, you'd have to really take note of your body all the time in order to feel those certain feelings, you know. Some of them hit you really hard and you can't deny them, and others are very subtle, and this was one of those subtle ones. And it's interesting how everything pans out through here, so, you know, keep watching. And you know, I'm losing positions all the way down. You know, cruising back now in 15th. Oh, and I just spin it. But what did you see that? How I braked and let off my brake? I didn't bother to replay that for you. You can replay that as much as you want. Go back there, but it's the idea of situational awareness. And you know how I was talking early on in some of my earlier videos that you want to practice wrecking. You want to practice spinning. This track will eat your ass if you take it down and hit that yellow line. And I'll show you a situation a little later that just happened. So, you know, in a practice, we're not playing with, you know, $1 million cars here. So if you want to chew a bunch of them up, go for it. I definitely recommend that. Wreck as much as possible, because the better you are in the grass, the better the car is going to stay together in the grass, or the better you are in the grass or while spinning to still know where you're at, amounts to so much. It is so good. It keeps your SR, keeps you racing, keeps you from destroying your car. It's, you know, so go out and wreck some. And it makes for good vids, actually. You know, bunch of little wrecking fests, you know, best wrecks of all time that, you know, you just ran out of room to save it. Yeah, I say it, you know, an awful lot. I'm sorry. Maybe those are tiny little Freudian slips, mental cues for you to rewind and listen to that again if you didn't know what I mean. I haven't, you know. Sorry, getting all... I had another wreck. Didn't see it, but what happens here? Oh. Guy was... I don't know what was the... There could have been something going on beforehand. It just kind of looked a little like he had room but didn't. Oh, he definitely is showing his disappreciation right there. Just hits the guy, and thank you for not hurting me too. I'll just cruise around. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's get back into racing. Whoa. Okay, yeah, those guys started way slow. I was like, but as long as you're on the outside, you can pass them and you don't get black flagged. So everything's good there. Nope, another wreck right off the bat. What happened there? Let's get out of that. See what happened. Oh, see, I don't know if he might have been banged up a little bit before. I don't know if Jared was that, because he got down underneath there, and there's some really wicked bumps right around in there. You can hit him a certain way. Actually, you can hit them a lot of different ways, but there's a couple ways that will do just that to you, pretty much no matter how good you think you are, especially with the slightly worn, you know, the worn tires. And with the tires on the Indy car, this time, I don't know. I've been practicing some in road course as well as oval, and with the oval fixed, I don't think you're gonna have any advantage out of pitting for tires, unless you wrecked like I did, and I just jumped in and pit for tires the first caution after that happened, where I tagged his front nose. So yeah, and I'm just hanging back because you see that bee's nest up ahead, that big wasp nest that's going on. You kind of want to stay away from stuff like that, and it's not a bad thing when, especially like me, I'm right now on the lap down, so I don't even care. I'll just let them take each other out and get some more freebies. And I slowed down enough to let him catch up to me behind me, which is great because we'll slingshot past each other here pretty soon. And I saw that car up on top, and I'm like, no, don't be making a pass yet, but he's gonna. So he's kind of 3 wide and turn 1 and 2, which is not really a problem. I mean, as you see, we had plenty of room each other. You always want to make sure you give each other room. You can cut them down and you can get nice and tight, but you catch netcode and you're off. You're up, smacking in the wall. A thing to really remember in Iowa definitely is you always go to the bottom. Always go to the bottom. The cars always will swing out to the top. This is a pretty tight little bowl. Oh, missed that one. Poor Krista. She got taken out. Came down, and it's just a raciness in it. What do you do? But it looked like I just bumped up to 11. So that's an extra bonus. Freebie, freebie, freebie! Freebies all around! Giving them out right and left. Okay, staying with it. Now, my car is fine. I can keep up with these guys if I wanted to. It's fine in the draft. Once it gets out of the draft, it's not as great. And they did put a new front nose on it, but it might have tweaked the wheel as well. I'm not sure. But you saw I just left it right there. I was like, this is gonna get bad, and I will just collect bonus points. Yeah, bonuses all around. Oh, they're giving them away. They're just giving them away. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm in 11th and just got out of that. Oh. Alright, so yeah, that was pretty crazy. What place am I in? Oh, just boomed up to 8th. And, that's the end. So, lap 59, as long as you finish, some crazy cool stuff can happen. And because, yeah, my car number's 3. It basically means if I don't finish top 5, I might squeak out a point or break even on my I rating in 6th. Maybe. But yeah, so there's my system specs, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one. If you like it, dislike it, dislike it. Follow me on Facebook, watch me on Twitter. You like how I said that? Hey, y'all take care. Don't try to kill each other, okay? Just give each other some room and everything will be fine. I swear. Because you can take the guy out the next especially in Iowa, you can take him out the very next set of corners anyway.